Okay. So if you'd like to feel your sit bones grounded down on the mat or on the cushion, rise up through the crown of the head, maybe taking some time to roll the shoulders back and down. So if you want to bring them up to your ears and roll them down, maybe do that one more time. And then inhale, bring them up, and then exhale, rolling them back and down. Tailbone is long, navel is beginning to be engaged. Draw upon that pelvic floor, your Mula Bandha and your Uddiyana Bandha, your root lock and upward flying lock, bringing the navel in and up. You're squeezing the tummy muscles in, but relaxing the legs. Start to turn the attention inward. Maybe you can focus on a mantra in the breath, inhaling, silently repeating let, and exhaling, repeating go. Inhale, let, and exhale, go. And let everything just park to one side for the next hour. This time is for you. Slowly just blink the eyes open. And inhaling, place the left palm down beside your left hip. The right arm reaches up and over on an inhale, and exhale, bring the body down over to the left. Inhale to rise up, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, we'll switch sides. Left arm comes down. Just opening up the chest, you're not closing in. Okay. Inhaling, rising up. And exhale, body comes down to the left. Get a good side stretch on that right side body. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, return to center, and then as we exhale, we come down over to the left. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Inhaling, exhale 1. The right sit bone is still grounded down. Inhaling, exhale 2. Inhaling, see if you can bring the body down even lower for 3. Inhale, rise up, and exhale down the other side. Inhaling, chest is opening, left butt cheek is still down on the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale, reach for a bit more of a stretch on the left. And exhale, bring the body down over to the right. Inhaling, rising up, and then exhale, clasping the hands, interlacing the fingers behind your back. So it's going to look like this. Okay, and pull the fist away from your seat if you can, if that's not too intense on the shoulders. If you're concerned about your shoulders, just take it easy, and maybe you don't bring the palms of your hands together. You just interlace the fingers instead for a bit more space there, okay? So bringing the fist away from your seat, either way, your hands just away from your torso, lifting it up a little bit, and staying here for 3 more breaths as you broaden across the chest. Exhale 1. Inhale, you're tucking the tailbone in slightly so you're not jutting out the lumbar. 2. Inhaling, see if you can bring your hands a little bit higher behind you. Exhale 3. Inhale and exhale, nestle the fist on your left hip crease here as you bring your left ear to the left shoulder, getting a good side stretch on the right, sorry. 2 more breaths here, inhaling. Exhaling, get out all those kinks of stiffness from the morning. Last breath. And exhale. Inhale, return to center, bring the fist away from you one more time. And exhale, nestle the fist on your right hip crease. Ear comes to right shoulder. Inhaling. Exhale 1. Inhaling, slowing the breath down for 2. Inhaling, becoming conscious of how the body is feeling. 3. Inhale, return to center, and exhale, release the arms. Just roll out the wrists a little bit if there's a bit of stiffness there. And then roll over your legs and come into a tabletop position. on all fours. So stacking the shoulders above the wrists, the hips above the knees, okay? Let the top of the feet press down into the mat. Spread the fingertips, and we'll do some rounds of cat-cow, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Inhaling, dip the tummy, dip the chest, shoulders away from the ears, the tailbone lifting. And exhale, pressing into the hands, really doming the shoulders, pushing the shoulder blades towards the ceiling. Inhaling, lifting the tailbone up, dipping the chest and the tummy as you breathe in, look up. Exhale, pushing into the hands, doming and tucking that tailbone under, having a look at your navel slightly. Inhaling, up to cow. And exhale, doming like a cat. Couple more like this. Inhaling, using the whole of the breath for the movement, and exhaling. Last round. Inhale, warming up the thoracic spine, and exhale, tucking that tailbone in. Nice. Inhale, come to a neutral tabletop, and then, if it's available to you, just turn the fingertips towards you. Okay, this may be intense enough if you carry a lot of things, or you do weights, or you carry children. You'll be a little bit stiff here in the forearms. If you want a bit more of a stretch here, just move your hips back in space, and that should make the stretch a little bit more intense here. But just find that nice biting point between kind of feeling overstretched, but also just giving yourself a bit of something to work with. Yeah, so don't hurt yourself, or just, you know, be gentle with your body. It's the only vehicle you will ever have to be in, so look after it. Just see if something feels nice, go for it, just move. You may want to wiggle the hips from side to side here, but I don't think forearms probably get enough attention, so this is just the time to do that. Okay, if it's too intense, then by all means, move the fingertips forward again. Okay. So feel free to wiggle the hips from side to side if that feels good. Nice little birthing position here. And then when you're ready, just tuck under the toes, and then bring, maybe helping your toes face forward, as we're going to come into a little toe squat here. So helping guide those toes forward. If your toes, I don't know, you wear footwear that tends to make them claw, this is quite a nice counter pose for that. Bringing the knees together, and then sitting on your heels with the spine long and straight. And then just closing the eyes. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. Bringing the hands at heart center, so your thumbs to sternum. And then closing the head, closing the eyes, excuse me, bowing the head slightly, as we set an intention here for our practice today. So I invite you to think about maybe someone who you love, who could do with some love right now from you, someone who's struggling or someone who you really appreciate in your life. Just send them some love and hold maybe the image of that person in your mind's eye right now. And let that be a guide to you today for your practice. Big breath in, inhale. And exhaling. Gently blinking the eyes open. And then we'll return onto our hands and knees. Just wiggle your toes to come out of this a little bit, just to get the blood flowing in them again. And then tucking under the toes one more time. Hovering your knees, pressing into the hands, hovering the knees above the mat, and then slowly trying to come into our first downward facing dog. You can keep the knees as bent as you need to here. Whatever works for you, just go easy on yourself. And then from here, maybe you want to walk out your dog, loosen up the head, shake the head, yes, no, maybe flutter the lips. And then always linking the movement and breath. Inhale, one leg stretches, and exhaling the other leg. Inhaling and exhaling. So your first downward dog, so feel free to move. You can pivot your spine on an axis if you wish. Just move it around, get some juices flowing in the body. When you're ready, just energetically bring both heels down to the mat. You can still have a bend in the knees here. It's absolutely fine to do so. And then inhaling, slowly looking between the hands, and then tiptoeing the feet to between the hands. Feet can be a hip width apart or feet together, totally up to you, whatever is most comfortable for you in your practice. And then just let the head hang heavy, perhaps grab opposite elbows, and then ragdoll yourself. So keeping the hips where they are, bring the torso over to the left and the right. Left and the right, and releasing the arms, letting the head and neck feel heavy. And then slowly, when you're ready, on an inhale, rolling up to stand, stacking vertebra on top of vertebra. Shoulders, neck, and head come up last. And then rolling the shoulders back and down. Arms are active. And tailbone is long. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Nice. Tadasana, mountain pose. You're growing tall through the crown of the head. Okay. Inhaling, lift the prayer through heart center, raise the palms up to the sky, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward and down. Uttanasana, neck is long. Inhale, halfway lift, come up to fingertips or hands to shins. Exhale, press the palms into the mat, step your right leg way back, followed by your left leg, and then drop the knees, and then bend at the elbows, bringing the torso all the way down. Inhale, lift up to baby cobra, lowest ribs away, engaging the back. Exhale, press into the palms, feet to heel, downward facing dog. Hold here for 3 breaths. This is 1. Inhaling. Exhale, 1. Inhaling. Exhale, 2. Inhaling. And exhale, 3. Nice. Inhale, look between the hands. Step your right foot forward, followed by your left foot. And then fold and stretch the legs. Inhale, lift the prayer through heart center, flat back. Raise the hands up. And then exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Next round. Inhale, lift the prayer through heart center, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, navel is engaged with a flat back, folding forward and down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, come up to fingertips or hands to shins. Exhale, press into the palm. This time the left leg steps way back, followed by the right leg into a strong plank. And either drop the knees, then the chest, then the chin, or come into a chaturanga, bending at the elbows halfway, whatever's in your practice. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs lifted, or to cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. This is 1. Inhale, spreading the fingertips, spreading the toes. Exhale, 2. Inhale, pushing the chest to thighs for 3. Inhale, look between the hands. Gently step your left foot between the hands, followed by your right foot, and then fold and stretch the legs, forehead to shins. Inhale, lifting the breath through heart center, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to thumbs, and exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, lift the prayer through heart center, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone long. Exhale, fold forward and back, fold forward and down, excuse me. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, press into the palms. This time your right foot steps way back and drop the right knee to the floor. Inhale, raise the arms up alongside the ears and hold here for 3 breaths. This is 1. Inhaling, slight arch in the upper back for 2. Inhaling, engaging that right glute for 3. Inhale, right arm comes down. And then exhale, lifting the left arm up to the sky. 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhaling, gaze to the left thumb, exhale 2. Inhale, enjoy this nice gentle twist to start the day for 3. Inhale, left palm comes down, and then step the right foot to meet the left. Fold and stretch the legs forehead to shins. Inhale, lift the pair through heart center. Urdhva, and then exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, other side. Inhale, lift the prayer, see thumbs. Exhale, navel engaged, flat back, hinge down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, left leg steps way back, drop the left knee to the floor, untuck the left toes. Inhale, arms up alongside the ears, and exhale, sink the hips low for 1. Inhaling, slight arch in the upper back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, this time engage the left glute, pushing the left hip forward for 3. Inhale, left palm down, and then exhale, right palm up. 3 more breaths here. Inhaling as you gaze to the right hand for 1. Inhale, softening around the midriff as you twist the chest open for 2. Inhaling, reaching through the crown of the head for 3. Inhale, framing the front foot. And then stepping your left foot to meet your right. Fold and stretch the legs. Inhale, bring the hands through heart center. Rise up. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, so we're going to hook thumbs like this. Hook thumbs, reach arms up and over as you arch the back deeply. And then inhale, engaging the tummy muscles through bended legs. Swing the arms behind you, clasping the hands, and then stretching the legs. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, and slowly bring the chest up halfway. And then exhale, forehead to shins, arms come over. Do this a few more times. Inhaling, deeply bending the knees, bringing the chest up parallel to the floor, and then exhale, bending. Do this with some control here. So spreading the toes, inhaling so you have a stable foundation, tummy muscles engaged, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Last one. Inhaling. Nice. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, release the hands, sweep the arms up through bended knees. Come straight into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hold 1. Inhale, lift the arms alongside the ears and sit low for 2. Inhale, see if you can see your toes. If you can't, try and bring your knees back in space for 3. Inhaling, sit lower for 4. And inhale, enjoying the burn for 5. Exhale, fold and stretch the legs. Nice. Just hang over here and rest for a moment. And then inhale, arms wide. Slowly rise up with a flat back. And then hands by your side to Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice, guys. Right, you should be warmed up by now. Okay. Inhale, arms alongside the ears and lift the right leg up to the sky and hold here for 1. And for a little bit more, we can stay here, or you can point and bend, and then flex, extend. Inhale, pointing and bending. Exhale, flex and extending. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, doesn't matter how high your leg is, just as long as you're doing it. And exhaling, nice. Inhale, bending the right knee, and then wrapping the right knee over the left as you bend the left. And then exhale, sweeping the right arm underneath the left. And then cross and wrap your arms at the elbows and at the wrist. If you can't do that, you can just grab opposite shoulders. Okay, we're staying here in eagle for 5 breaths. This is 1. Inhaling. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift the chest up higher as you sink the hips lower for 3. Inhale, find some steadiness. Remember your intention if the mind wanders for 4. Inhale, send some love to the world for 5. It's over. Inhale, slowly unfurl and then kick the right leg back behind you And then as you exhale, bring the arms alongside you for Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, really kick that right foot back as you flex the left toe, flex the right toes down. 4. Last breath. Sorry, this was in my way. Exhale for 5. Nice. Inhale, slowly with control. Place the ball of the right foot down behind you. And then inhale, bring the arms alongside the ears. Sink the hips low for 1 in a crescent lunge. Inhale, slight arch in the upper back. Exhale 2. Inhale, stack the left knee above the left ankle for 3. Inhale, engaging the right glute as you open up in the right hip flexor for 4. Inhale, kicking the right heel back in space for 5. Nice. Inhale, drop the right heel to the floor as you interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale, looking up and lengthening. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward and down, bringing the arms up and over for humble warrior. Hold for 1. Inhale, energetically, forehead comes to mat. Exhale 2. Inhale, drawing the left hip back and the right hip forward slightly for 3. Inhale, sliding the left shoulder down the left side of the shin for 4. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, 5. Nice. Inhale, separate the hands, frame the front foot, step back to a plank, and slowly lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Totally up to you. Okay. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And feel free to drop into child's pose if you need a little bit of a rest, okay? We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So for child's pose, you have your knees either wide or your knees together. Sink your hips on top of your heels and bring your arms forward or alongside you, bringing the forehead to the mat. Okay, it's a nice restorative pose. Please come back to it at any time you need. Otherwise, remaining downward facing dog, refining that posture, lifting the tailbone to the sky, pressing into the palms, and the feet gazing in between toes. Last breath here, wherever you are. And exhale. So if we all meet in downward facing dog, inhale, look between the hands, step your right foot forward, followed by your left foot, fold and stretch the legs. Inhale, wide arms, flat back, core is engaged. Raise the prayer, and then exhale, hands to sternum, Tadasana. Nice. We're going to do the other side now. Okay, so you're still standing at your top of your mat. I'm just moving so you can see me. Okay. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then the left leg comes parallel to the ground. Hold for 1. Inhale, option 2, point and bend, and then exhale, flex, extend. Otherwise, you can stay still. It's probably harder. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex, extend. Inhaling, pointing and bending, and exhale, flexing, extending. Inhale, bend the left knee, wrap the left knee around the right leg, bending both legs. Coming into eagle arms, sweeping the left arm underneath the right, grabbing hold of opposite shoulders, or twisting at the elbows and bringing the hands in prayer, crossing at the wrists. Hold here and sink the hips low for 1. Inhaling. Exhale 2. Inhaling, enjoying the wobble for 3. Inhale, lifting the chest higher for 4. And exhaling, sinking the hips low for 5. Inhale, slowly rise up and unfurl, and exhaling with control, kicking the left foot back, bringing it up high, parallel to the floor, and then exhale, arms alongside the torso, bringing the body down for warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Inhaling, exhale 2. Inhale, you're still reaching through the crown of the head, 3. As you inhale, you're flexing the left toes, they're pointing down towards the mat for 4. Inhale, if you fall out of it, come straight back into it. Exhale, 5, body comes low. Inhale, slightly bend that right knee and gently step the left foot back. And then sweep the arms up alongside the ears and sink the hips low for 1, crescent lunge. Inhaling. Exhale, 2. Inhale, left glute is engaged, pushing the left hip forward for 3. Inhale, slight arch in the upper back, but tucking the tailbone under ever so slightly for 4. Inhale, right knee stacked above right ankle, 5. Nice. Inhale, drop that left heel to the floor, and then interlace the fingers behind your back, pulling the fist away from your seat or the hands away from your seat, whatever suits you. Deeply bending that front knee. Inhaling, looking up and lengthening, and then exhale, folding forward for humble warrior. Hold for 1. Inhale, sliding the right shoulder on the inside of the right shin for 2. Inhale, forehead to mat for 3. Inhale, grounding down with the outer edge of the back left foot for stability for 4. Inhale, it's almost over for 5. Inhale, separate the hands, frame the front foot, pivot on the back foot. Step your right foot back and slowly lower in a chaturanga. So come to a strong plank, engaging the navel, and then bending at the elbows, just halfway. The shoulders shouldn't come any lower than the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths, or feel free to have a rest in child's pose as well. Totally up to you. If you're in downward facing dog, feel yourself elongate through the side body. See if you can drive the heels down a little bit more this time, and perhaps even wiggle your toes and bring your toes off the mat. Yeah. Okay, if we all meet in a downward facing dog now. Inhale, looking between the hands. This time your left foot gently steps forward. Your right foot to meet your left, then fold and stretch the legs. Head is heavy. Inhale, arms wide, flat back, core is engaged. And then exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice, we're gonna do that with a little bit of a flow, okay? Just 1 breath in each posture, okay? So inhaling, sweeping the arms up, right arm, right leg lifts. And then exhaling, crossing and wrapping. Right arm comes underneath left. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, sinking the hips. Inhale, unfurl. And then exhale. Right leg comes back, arms alongside the body. Nice. Inhale, bend the left knee. Right foot steps back. And then exhale, sinking the hips. Arms up. Inhale, back heel grounds, interlacing the fingers, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, separating the hands. Exhale, stepping back to a plank and lower in chaturanga, just halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, lift between the hands, step your right foot forward, followed by your left. Exhale, fold and stretch the legs. Inhale, arms wide, tummy strong. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice. Other side. Inhale. And then exhale, left underneath right this time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sink the hips low. Nice. Inhale, rise up and unfurl. Exhale, kicking the left leg back. Arms alongside the body. That's it. Steadiness with breath. Inhale. Come up to a lunge and then exhale, sink the hips low. Inhale, ground the left heel as you clasp the fingers behind you. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, separating the hands. Frame the front foot, stepping back to a plank. And then exhale, your choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. 3 breaths here, or you can just rest in child's pose. Okay, so looking between the hands, step your right foot forward, followed by your left foot. Fold and stretch the legs. Inhale, arms wide, flat backs, core is engaged. And exhale, Tadasana Mountain Pose. We're going to do that one more time because you guys did so well. Inhale, right leg lifts with the arms. And then exhale, cross and wrap. Right arm underneath left. Oops. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, unfurl, right leg comes way back. And exhale, body down as your arms come alongside the body. Inhale, right foot steps back. Arms raise and exhale, sink the hips into a lunge. Inhale, back heel grounds, interlace the fingers. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, separate the hands, frame the front foot. Exhale, step back to a plank. Inhaling and exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot between the hands, lunge. Exhale, left foot to meet right, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Last round, well done. Inhale, arms alongside the ears, left leg rises. Exhale, cross the left leg as you cross the left arm underneath the right for eagle. Inhaling, lifting the chest. And exhaling, sinking the hips. Remember your intention. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, chest comes down, back leg comes up. Inhale, bending front knee. Left foot lands down. Inhale. And then exhale, sinking the hips a little bit lower into your lunge. Inhale, back heel grounds, interlacing the fingers. And then exhaling, deeply bending that front knee, remember, as you fold forward. Inhale, split the hands, come back to a plank. And exhale, chaturanga, strong core. Elbows don't come any lower than shoulders no lower than elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. 3 breaths here, or you could always come to a child's pose for a rest. Okay, shake out the head. Be mindful of what your brow is doing. Is it furrowed? Maybe you want to relax the space around your third eye, between your eyebrows, and maybe soften the jaw just a little bit. Wiggle the jaw from side to side. Couple more deep breaths here. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. And then inhale, look between the hands. Slowly move forward to a plank. And then exhale, bending at the elbows. We're just going to come all the way down to lie on our stomachs. Okay? And then as you inhale, slide the hands forward. Just going to move the camera slightly. Slide the hands forward and bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders or about an inch in front. Okay? Palms can be flat or they can be in prayer here, resting. Tops of the feet down. Top of the feet down. Coming into a posture called Sphinx. Look forward, don't dump into the shoulders, reach out through the crown of the head. And just enjoy this for 5 breaths here and a little bit of a gentle back bend. You can either have a passive stretch and just let your glutes go, let everything go, and not engage your buttocks. Otherwise, you can engage your glutes and your lower back for a bit more of an active stretch here. Totally whatever is up to you, what feels right now. Either way, we'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Inhaling, lifting the chest slightly. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. So just make a little pillow with your hands. And then turn your cheek to one side, bring your head down. And then just move your hips from side to side to release the back. Okay. So now you can either stay with Sphinx again, or we can go a little bit deeper. We're going to come into Salavasana Locust. So arms alongside the body, forehead down to the mat. And on an inhale, lift forehead, chest, legs. Okay, coming into Locust. Oh, and arms. Holding here for 1. Inhaling. Exhale, 2. If this is a bit uncomfortable for the lower back, remain in Sphinx. That's okay. For 3. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms higher. Exhale, 4. Inhale, raise the glutes. And lift the legs higher. 5. Nice. And release slowly. Turn your cheek the other way. And then just rest. And again, move your hips from side to side to release the lower back. Very good back strengthening posture. Inhale, forehead to mat. So you can either stay with Sphinx or you can go to Locust that we just did, or for a bit more of a challenge, bend the knees, bring the heels towards the buttocks, and then see if you can grab the outside edges of your feet. And if you can do that, then slowly on an inhale, lift everything by kicking up, okay? Kicking the feet back, bringing the toes together if possible, or Dhanurasana bow pose, holding here for 1. Inhaling, exhale, 2. Inhale, really reach the feet up high towards the ceiling. 3. Inhale, lifting the chest, gazing up, that will help you do so. 4. Inhale, toes together, for 5. Slowly come down and release. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn the cheek the other way. And move your hips from side to side and enjoy marinating in all of those juices flowing. And let it go. Another couple of deep belly breaths here. Inhale. This massages your spine from underneath, and exhaling. Another breath. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Well done. And then slowly come and flip over. Turn onto your back. And then bring your ankles in towards your butt so that you can brush your heels with your fingertips. You're coming into a bridge pose here. So bring your knees a hip width apart and parallel, and so your feet. Pigeon toe your feet, so bring your toes towards each other and heels out ever so slightly. And then imagine there's a button underneath your lumbar spine and you really want to push it down. Imagine flattening your back, that curve in your, that natural curve in your lumbar. We're going to flatten it, push it down. And this in turn tilts the pelvis forwards and towards you, and also engages in those tummy muscles here that we like to use. Okay, so inhaling, really engaging the lumbar, engaging the navel, really pushing down on the lumbar, just peeling, starting to peel the lower back off the mat, lifting the pelvis to the sky, and then arching in the shoulders, bringing the shoulders towards each other underneath you and clasping the hands underneath you like we've been doing, kind of same posture as before. You've been preparing for, wiggling the shoulders even closer together if you can as you press into the feet and lift the pelvis up to the sky. The chin comes towards the chest for our bridge pose. We'll stay here for 5 more breaths. Inhaling, exhale 1, Inhaling, neck is long, so chin is tucked. For 2, inhale. Imagine there's a beach ball or a block between your knees, so they're not splaying out, they are parallel. 3, inhale, engage the glutes even more to lift the pelvis higher. Last breath here, and then exhale, release everything slowly. Well done. Okay, and just gently bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a great big hug, and then make small circles on your lumbar spine, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay. Nice. And then send the knees towards the outer armpits, and then grab hold of the outer edges of the feet and rock your hips from side to side again for happy baby. Soles of the feet towards the ceiling, and you're holding the outside edges. That's it. See if you can bring the knees past your armpits. Nice. And again, enjoy that massage on the length of your spine. And slowly grab underneath your knees. And as you inhale, bring the arms overhead, and exhale, rocking up. So we're going to do a few rock and rolls along the spine. Inhale, exhaling. Inhale, exhaling. Take as many times as you need to come up to sit, and then bring the legs along in front of you alongside the mat. All right. We're going to take a little twist here. So when you're ready, take the palm of the left hand on the outside edge of the right knee. It's the opposite to me, I think, because I think this is mirroring you. Right arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. Nice. Inhale, twisting from the navel up. Exhale, twist. 3 more like this. As you inhale, you're drawing the left hip back so that your hips are square. It's a more subtler movement for 3. Inhale, feeling the right side of your ribcage expanding, and as you exhale, the right side shrinking. Last breath, inhale and exhale. See if you can twist a little bit deeper. Nice. Inhale, we'll swap sides. So palm of the right hand is on the outside edge of the left knee. Left arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder this time. Inhale, twisting along one axis, along the from the navel to the crown of the head. For 2. Inhale, remembering to draw the right hip back in space, because naturally your left hip will draw back. You want to keep the hips square for 3. Inhale, feel the left side of your ribcage expanding, and as you exhale, the left side shrinking. Last breath here, inhaling and twisting a little bit deeper for 5. Inhale, return to center, and now draw the flesh away from your seat, so bring it back in space so you can really feel your sit bones on the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and then exhale, leading with the chest, folding forward, either grabbing hold of the calves, the ankles, the outer edges of the feet, a little toe bind, so with the 2-piece fingers grabbing the big toes, if you have that in your practice, and then folding forward for Paschimottanasana, leading with the chest. So with every inhale, feel your torso lengthening, and with every exhale, sinking a little bit deeper, forehead to shins. Inhale and exhale. 3 more on your own like this. You're not hunching the shoulders, remember. The chest comes forward through the shoulders. Try not to round. Try and maintain a straight spine. And it's okay to bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. Sorry, I should have said. Nice. Inhale, slowly rise up, and then place the palms with fingertips facing forward about 4 inches behind your butt. Bring the soles of the feet to where your knees were and hip width apart, and slowly on an inhale, lift the pelvis to the skies. You engage the glutes, broadening across the chest, and holding here for 5 breaths. This is 1. If you cannot see your knees, you can drop the head back. Exhale 2. If you can't, just keep the chin tucked into the chest for 3. Inhale, wherever you are, engage the glutes even more in this reverse tabletop. Inhale and exhale 5. Tuck the chin into the chest if you haven't already, and then slowly drop the pelvis to the floor. Okay, and now bring the soles of the feet in together. Now for a bit more of a deep stretch on the inner thighs, you can bring the heels towards you. Otherwise, you can play around with the position of your feet. Either way, the soles of the feet together, and you can maybe bring the soles of the feet further away from you if you want something a bit more restorative and it's a bit easier on the inner thighs. Wherever you are, just inhale, look up and lengthen, holding the feet, either fanning the feet out if they're close towards you, or just holding the feet if they're further away from you, and then looking up and lengthening, exhaling, hinging at the hips, folding forward, bringing the forehead to the feet. Staying here for 5 breaths. And you can make a little pillow with your fists or your hands, if you wish. And then the end of your next exhale, slowly inhaling to rise up, and then exhale, come to lie on your backs. If you would like to have a more restorative inversion, if you're maybe on your time of the month, you may want to get a cushion, excuse me, and come into a waterfall pose that some of you are familiar with, but if you're not, I'll talk you through it. So you bring a cushion or a pillow as far into your sit bones, far into your sacrum as you can, and then slowly come to roll over it. And you may just be in this kind of supported back bend. You may want to stay here, that's fine. But if you want a little bit of an inversion, which is really nice to feel your feet higher than your heart, you just bring your legs overhead, and this pillow should support your sacrum here without you having to do much work. So it's a nice restorative inversion here for waterfall pose, and we'll stay here for a few minutes. If you want to try a shoulder stand, or if you have a headstand in your practice, by all means do that. I'm not going to talk you through headstand, but if you'd like, I'll talk you through shoulder stand. So, for shoulder stand, you will come to lie on your backs, and then bring your legs overhead. So try and get your knees kind of round about where your face is. And then bring the hips high, pressing into the elbows, bringing the hips high, and then sending the legs overhead as you try and walk your hands down the length of your spine, and at the same time bring your elbows in together behind you. That's the most important thing here. That's the best thing for a stable foundation in your shoulder stand. So carry on walking your hands up towards your shoulder blades as you squeezing the elbows in even further. You may want to rock from side to side as you do this, and then pushing the pelvis towards your face so that you then have a nice straight line, stacking the hips above the shoulders, the knees above the hips, the ankles above the knees, for shoulder stand. You can gaze to your navel or gaze to toes, but wherever you are, find some stillness, find some peace, start to slow down the breath even more. And if the mind wanders, come back to the breath. And perhaps here make an intention with your connection with the person who you're sending love to. And let anything else go. Okay, so just about, you count about 10 more breaths here. Acknowledge any distractions that may come and go while you are in stillness, and just reinforce that connection with the loved one that you have in your heart. Okay, and when your 10 breaths are over, anyone in waterfall, if you just slowly bring your legs down and remove the cushion that you're in, and bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees flop out and remain lying on your backs. So you're coming into this position. Okay? Knees butterflying out, soles of the feet together if you're in waterfall. If you're in shoulder stand, so slowly bringing the hips down towards the mat. The moment the hips come down, you can bend your knees and bring the soles of the feet down, and then transition straight into Matsyasana, which is fish, which is a nice counter posture for that kind of bend in the neck that you've been doing. So engaging the legs, pointing the feet, pointing the toes down towards the floor, and then propping yourself up onto elbows, and maybe you want to move the elbows towards your feet a little bit more as you puff out the chest, lifting the sternum to the sky, and then dropping the crown of the head back towards the mat. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale 1. Inhaling. Exhale 2. As you inhale, you're still engaging those back muscles that you activated before for 3. Inhaling, enjoying the nice stretch. Inhaling. Exhale 5. Nice. Just everyone come to lie on their backs. Bring the knees into the chest. I'm going to take a little side stretch before Shavasana. Sorry, a little supine twist is what I mean. So everyone bring the knees into the chest, and then shift your hips over to the left and bring your knees over to the right, stacking the knees one above the other. If they don't directly stack, that's fine. If there's a bit of a space here, that's also okay. So maybe guide your knees over to the right using your right hand upon your left knee, and then cactus, the left arm up, parallel, either coming kind of bringing the arm out wide or cactusing it, and then just gazing at your left fingertips. Staying here for 5 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale 1. Inhaling. Exhale 2. And softening around the midriff here, really melting into the mat. Shoulders feeling heavy. No strains anywhere, just relax. And then inhaling, bringing your knees into your chest one more time, straightening up the torso. And then bringing your hips over to the right this time and your knees over to the left, using your left hand to guide the knees, stacking the knees. And then bringing the right arm wide or cactusing if you don't have the room. And then gazing over at your right fingertips. And this nice supine twist. And staying here for another few breaths as you soften around the tummy, soften your jaw, soften the midriff. Inhale, silently repeat let. And exhale, go. Let it all go. Inhale, bring the knees into your chest for one last time. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. And then exhale, expand, surrender. Arms and legs wide. Make your way into Shavasana, your final resting pose. So arms wider than the body, palms facing up in a receiving, gratitude, surrendering posture. Feet wider than the hips, toes flopping out. Softening your jaw, melting into the mat. And take a big deep breath in. And then exhale, releasing. Nice. Maybe another big deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax that little bit more. Nice. Do this a couple more times if you wish. And then find some stillness. Connect with your intention. Don't breathe consciously anymore. Let the breath just breathe the body and move in and out of the body as it needs to for your Shavasana. So slowly start to awaken the body, bringing some life back into the body, deepening the breath, making some micro movements, maybe with your fingers and toes. And increasing the movements, rolling wrists and ankles, maybe taking an overhead stretch if that feels good to you. Taking any movements that feel natural, that feel good. Maybe you want to bring your knees into your chest again, give yourself a hug. And when you're ready, slowly making your way with your eyes closed up to a comfortable seated position. Cross-legged or kneeling is fine. Bringing your hands to heart center. Bowing the head. Always practicing with gratitude, giving gratitude for the amazing community we have and the connections that we can make even though we can't be together. Remembering your intention. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to some way, in some way, to that happiness and freedom for all. Namaste.